What's the secret of this unassuming little set? What would it look like if it was supersized? And how the heck can you use every single piece in this set to build your own cool creations? Great questions. Let's answer them all. Velika might seem like an ordinary little Matoran, joining the cast of 6 other sets in 2006. He's just some guy, right? No. Well, the official description for this character describes him as a wise and mysterious Matoran. It's said that he's a master crafter and inventor. Velika designs elaborate equipment to be used for the Matoran resistance. Although wise, he has a habit of speaking in riddles, which makes it very hard for many to understand him. Normal enough, but there are some weird discrepancies, some mysteries. Well, it was later revealed in the Bionicle story that Velika was no Matoran. He was in fact an evil great being, disguising himself in a Matoran body so that he could observe his own creations. Yeah, this unassuming, teeny tiny little guy is actually an evil god in disguise. Huh, you know, I kinda love that. And actually, I kinda love this set. For what is a really simple design, it's so poseable, it's so expressive, it's full of personality. And you know, he does look somewhat evil at the same time, but an unassuming evil that you wouldn't expect. They kinda nailed that. A cheap toy that is this expressive, I feel like that's money well spent. This set does come with no exclusive pieces. Nothing. But I actually kinda like that. The fact that you might already have these elements in your collection, well, it means that even if you don't buy this set, you might be able to assemble it with leftover parts that you just have lying around. It makes this character and this set so much more accessible. It's easier to experience the joy of a brand new set. And you don't even have to spend any money. Well, provided you have the parts. But see, I think that's great. Nothing better than the joy of a brand new Bionicle set. Now, it is a shame that the toy doesn't have any eyes. Just an empty, soulless void of nothing. But you know, I guess he is a secret evil god. So having eyes that see right through you, maybe that is actually rather appropriate. You know? It's also delightful to see Wenua claws returning once again. Of course, we saw these on a Toa of Earth. But you know, Earth and Stone, they're such similar elements. So if we are gonna recycle an old, previously used weapon, at least pair it with an element that makes sense. And this, well, it totally does. See, that's good. Sure, this design isn't as grand as your other Titan sets or your badass Toa. Yeah, but for a cute little dude, he packs a punch. Both from a build perspective and from a character and story perspective. With it being this expressive, I think it's a job well done. I mean, even, you know, this like foot element right here for the torso. Making use of the connection point and having that branch out a bit of a hunched neck. That's really clever. This set is a hidden little gem, but I want to see what Velika looks like when he lets go of this temporary shell of a body and exposes his true godlike form. What the heck would that look like? We're going to take a look in a hot second. For now, why don't we take a look at every single piece that comes in this set, and we'll see how you can use them in your own creations. We begin with the mask. 2 of them have been used here by a builder called IKP Mr. Ian, and check that out. Really rounding off the torso quite nicely, and giving him some kind of muscular pecs. Sick idea. But up next, the foot element that makes up the torso. See here, Clockwork Guardian has used them for thighs. Yeah, Pahatu is one of those characters that it makes sense that he'd have very muscular, toned legs. Because he's all about the kicks, that's how he attacks. So I think this just works. And it does look very toned. More brown parts, I do like brown as a color. Yeah, these hand sockets. Kotorak uses them for a nice waist design. Very simple, very modest, but quite pretty. Over to these Hordika necks. I do like how my friend Goozy the Wizard has used them to link claws onto these little Manus crabs. See, these elements are so helpful. If you're building a small creation like this, well, it allows you to add in a lot of posability and detail. And trust me, when you're working in very small spaces, That's not an easy thing to do. These pieces make it way, way easier. Actually, in the middle here, you'll notice one of these double-sided socket pieces, and that's the piece we'll talk about next. How can you use this? Inspiration to Creations uses them in a few different ways. There's some here adding in a little bit of muscle to the torso, and there's some on the back of the legs. That's one of the good things about these pieces. When you leave them unarmored, it's just a marvelous way to add in a lean, slim body shape, or limbs, or a torso, whatever. I think this looks really good. But now for these pieces. I like the way that the all-seeing eye has used them here for a bit of a peg leg. But it's a peg leg with a little kickstand. I guess that's really good, gives it a little bit of extra stability. The headpiece. Vlad has used this for 2 hands. Interesting. Those trans-orange Borok eyes. Gunners24 uses them for face details on this shrimp. A shrimp with mechanical limbs. That's so funny, I love that. Our final element, the weapons. Eclipse Caller uses one for a really exquisite bird beak. How great is that? But Cat Builds has used them for a bit of a crown on a head. Or I don't know, some sort of like head decoration. A mask, perhaps. Whatever it is, I think it looks top notch. Oh yeah, and the axles that you get in this set? Well, they're axles. You can use them for frickin' anything. Every single mock I just showed you probably uses these pieces. It will not be hard for you to find uses for those pieces. Well, there you go. That's Velika. Now, here's that supersized revamp of the set. It's brought to us today by a builder called Mock7820. And my word, this is epic. The 6 eyes, they feel so grand and godlike. That was a great choice. So this feels very reminiscent of the Marvel character Arasham, who is indeed a bit of a godlike character. That's smart. If you're looking to make a great being a god, take inspiration from other godlike creatures from different media and use that as inspiration. I think that was an excellent choice right here, and it creates something stunning. The mock also has a pretty good degree of posability, something that can be a little bit more difficult the bigger your mock gets, so it's nice to see that that wasn't sacrificed here. It looks wonderful, doesn't it? These Visorak claws making up some gorgeous details on the arm and creating a nice sense of flow down the torso. This also has some hidden limbs that pop out. Some freaky like shadow arms. How clever is that? Velika is all about deception, lies, secrets, right? So building in a hidden weapon that has to reveal itself, one that you wouldn't expect but was there the whole time. Genius, that's right on brand. That fits in so well thematically. It just feels right to see this character in a godlike Titan form. And it's a breath of fresh air to see a Titan using brown pieces. People kind of ignore that color, and it's a crime. It looks so good. And I'm trying to think of the last time I saw someone that made a Titan in brown. I really can't think of anything. This is great. For a set that's so small, it really packs a punch. But what do you think of Velika? Do you like this set? Do you want to build your own version? Let me know in the comments below. But that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, happy building, and bye for now. I've been selling a few unwanted LEGO sets on Facebook Marketplace to make more money to buy more LEGO, but it's amazing the amount of people that when they pick up the set, they're like, oh, are you selling your entire collection? It's like, no, where did you get that idea from? Why would I do that? And everyone asks that question. Why? Why would I be doing that? I'm selling one set, chill out.